There it is, the Fiore family Christmas tree of 2020. I'm excited. Next weekend will be the weekend after Thanksgiving when we generally cut it down, or the first weekend of December. Drag it on down to the car and put it up in the house. I love it. I love that smell in the house. Anyway, we're not here to just visit the Christmas tree that we tagged a few weeks ago. My wife had an event here and we're just kind of walking the grounds, and I figured I'd check on the tree, see how it's doing. So today I want to talk about the Mini 2. The Mini 2, I went into it a bit on my last video, how overwhelmed I am with all the upgrades I did to it, how excited I am about it. I think it's a phenomenal drone. It came out on October 30th, the day before Halloween, and I was lucky enough to get it on that day. No, not because I'm a huge channel and DJI sent me one on pre-release. Not it. It's because I live right next to a Best Buy. And Best Buy happened to have them on release day. They sold a couple pre-release, so I'm not sure if they're going to have this body going forward with DJI. I really hope they do, though, because I think that is such a cool thing for DJI to release something and you can get it that day at Best Buy. I'm really hoping they do that going forward. So I've had the Mini 2 now since, like I said, October 30th. So for 4 weeks, I've been able to go around Rhode Island, Mass, Connecticut, and get some really nice videos and pictures and really test it out so I can give my best opinion about it, like in my last video. Let me show you some of those videos and picture qualities that I've gotten from it, and then we'll get into why I'm in love with this drone, but why I'm on the edge on whether or not I would recommend it for a beginner. Like everybody's saying it's a beginner's drone. I'm not so certain. Let's get into why. Oh my God, look how beautiful. Okay, I mentioned in the previous video, one thing I was pleasantly surprised about with this drone is how quiet it is. I'm gonna put it up in the air so you can get a scenic look around here. And I'm happy about it being quiet. I don't wanna spook the horses or any other animals. They got quite a few of them around here. Let me show you a little bit around. Okay, so I see the appeal for it being a beginner's drone. Under 250 grams, you do not have to register with the FAA. I just want to say you still have to fly responsibly and go by all the rules. So whether or not you have to register, still learn all the rules because we don't want to destroy the hobby. But that's the big reason. The other reason, price point. And the last thing I see why it would be good for beginners is it's so light that if you crash it into something, yeah, you might destroy the drone, but you won't do as much damage to whatever object it hits like you would with a bigger drone that's heavier. But the Mini 2 has some concerns when it comes to brand new pilots. All right, they put in OcuSync 2 stronger motors, which makes this thing fly so much better, stronger, and of course, farther. But the flight worries that I have is A, no sensors. You gotta keep in mind, a beginner pilot is gonna go through the struggle of learning how to fly these things. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen and heard of sensors, and when I first started flying, the sensors actually helped me a lot as well in a couple of situations. To not have the sensors, that for a brand new pilot, it gives me a little bit of a worry. So many trees here. Okay, so the sensors is one reason. The other reason is because of the OcuSync. I feel like a new pilot is gonna get a little bit daring, seeing how far they can fly out. And it's still 249 grams. Yes, the motors can fight the wind better, but getting caught up in the wind can still happen. It's still a relatively light drone. So I feel the confidence level of how strong it connects to the transmitter might become a bit of an issue with with how far a new person might want to fly. I mean, I guess that can be said about anything, but just with a new person, it just makes me a little bit nervous. So the OcuSync, believe it or not, as much as I love it, with a brand new pilot, maybe Wi-Fi to start with, just so you're more prompt to keep it in front of you and not take any unnecessary risks. Just my feelings. That's it. I know I'm gonna get a little hate with that one. Looks like it's dinner time. All right, so in summary, I wouldn't say it's not a beginner's drone. I would say for the reasons of not have to worry about registering and that kind of stuff, it definitely is. But just get used to drone flying first. It's not a toy as far as the way it handles. There's a saying with the drones, you get what you pay for, like anything else. But to get that good quality drone, you're gonna put some money into it. Where I think this one's a little bit the fine of the rules. I think you're getting a very good drone for low money. But get used to it, because it doesn't fly like any other toy drone that you've flown before, if that's where you're coming from. Go into a wide open field, get comfortable with the controllers, get comfortable with how fast it stops, how it takes off, its braking speed, its ability to turn. How does it handle in wind? Go back into that open field on a windier day. See how it controls in the wind, how you're gonna fight it. If you're trying to get back to you and you're fighting the wind and it's stuck, what are you gonna do? You know, learn you have to dip it a little bit, try to get out of the higher winds, come down a little bit in altitude, and serpentine, kind of go side to side with it. It's things like that you kind of learn trial and effort, but it's a trickle into this stuff. So I would say get it. It's a great drone, but just really take your time learning it. All right, that's all I got for today. If you want to discuss it a little bit further, hit me up below. If you like the video, give me the thumbs up, and if you want to see more, subscribe. But I'll catch you next time.